Picture this: a quiet morning in rural Nova Scotia, May 2nd, 2025. Inside a small home on Gearlock Road, 6-year-old Lily Sullivan giggles as she tugs at her pink rain boots. Her 4-year-old brother, Jack, clutches his blue dinosaur boots, his tiny voice humming a tune. Their laughter echoes through the house, then stops. Silence. A silence so heavy it chokes the air. Their mother, Malehia, bolts from her bedroom, her heart pounding. She calls their names, Lily, Jack, but there's no answer. The sliding glass door stands ajar, swaying in the breeze. Beyond it, a dark, endless forest waits, ready to swallow any trace of them. In that moment, 2 children vanished without a whisper. Were they lost to the woods, or taken by something or someone far more sinister? This is the heart-wrenching mystery of Lily and Jack Sullivan, a case that's gripped a nation and left more questions than answers. On Untold Crimes and Affairs, we're diving deep into every chilling detail, and we need you to stay with us until the end, because the truth might be closer than we think. Hit subscribe, share this story, and help us find these children. Let's unravel what happened that fateful morning.
I'm just staying as hopeful as possible. I want them home. I want to hold them.
It was just after 10 a.m. on May 2nd, 2025, when the world turned upside down for a family in Lanesville Station, a remote corner of Pictou County, Nova Scotia. 6-year-old Lily Sullivan, with her bright brown eyes and shoulder-length hair, was last seen in a pink outfit, likely carrying a white backpack dotted with strawberries. Her 4-year-old brother, Jack, blondish-haired and full of energy, wore a brown shirt, pants, and his favorite blue dinosaur rain boots. They were playing in their home, a modest house on Gearlock Road, surrounded by a forest so thick it feels like it could hide anything, or anyone. Their mother, Malehia Brooks Murray, and stepfather, Daniel Martell, told police the kids were in another room while they tended to their 16-month-old daughter. They claim Lily and Jack slipped out through a near-silent sliding glass door, unnoticed, and wandered into the wilderness. But Gearlock Road isn't a place for a casual stroll. It's 12 miles from New Glasgow, 100 miles from Halifax, and wrapped in woods where hope can vanish as quickly as footsteps. By 10 a.m., the parents called 911, their voices trembling with panic. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police arrived, and a desperate search began. But something about their story didn't sit right. Within hours, Pictou County became a battlefield of hope and fear. Over 150 searchers, RCMP officers, volunteer rescue teams, the Nova Scotia Guard, flooded the area. Drones with infrared lenses pierced the night. Helicopters roared overhead. Police dogs scoured the forest, their barks echoing through the mist. But the forest fought back. Thick brush, steep ravines, and relentless rain turned every step into a struggle. Fog clung to the ground, and temperatures hovered at 10 degrees Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit, cold enough to threaten 2 small children in thin clothes. On May 3rd, a possible footprint sparked a flicker of hope, but it led nowhere. Then, searchers found a blanket, a water bottle, and children's shirts scattered in the woods, items that could have been clues. But Daniel Martell was quick to dismiss them, insisting they didn't belong to Lily or Jack. Why were these items there? And why was he so certain? The community embraced Lily and Jack as their own, pinning flyers to every pole, praying for a miracle. But as days dragged on, hope began to fray. 5 days in, with no trace of the children, whispers grew louder. Were Lily and Jack really lost? Or was the truth hiding closer to home? Malehia Brooks Murray stood before cameras on May 3rd. her voice a raw, desperate cry for her children. "I'm just staying as hopeful as possible. I want them home. I want to hold them. And I want them home." She said she and Daniel were in their bedroom with their toddler, drifting in and out of sleep, while Lily and Jack played nearby. They heard laughter, then nothing. The sliding glass door, they claimed, was so quiet they never heard it open. But their story started to unravel. Malehia said the kids were playing outside, yet she didn't know they'd left. How could she know where they were if she didn't see them? She also mentioned Lily and Jack had a rough time at school, struggling with learning difficulties, possibly tied to autism. Was this why they hadn't been to school all week? Or was there more to it? Daniel Martell backed her up, but his details were hazy. He said Lily came into the bedroom a few times, but he never saw Jack that morning. Only heard him in the kitchen. No breakfast, no medicine for Lily's cough, no morning routine. Just silence. The school timeline raised more questions. Daniel first said the kids stayed home Friday because of Lily's cough. Later, he admitted they were home Thursday, too. Some say they hadn't been to school all week. Why did the story keep shifting? Daniel, meanwhile, was certain of one thing. Someone took them. I know it. Check the airports, the borders. Someone's got them. He went further, publicly demanding a polygraph test to prove he had nothing to hide. But the RCMP found no evidence of a kidnapping. Was Daniel's insistence a desperate plea or a calculated move to deflect suspicion? Then came the bombshell. On May 3rd, just one day after the disappearance, Malehia left Pictou County to stay with family elsewhere, reportedly cutting contact with Daniel on social media. Why would a grieving mother leave the search behind? Something wasn't adding up, and we'll dive deeper into these questions in our next video. As Lily and Jack's faces spread across the internet, so did the theories. Social media lit up with questions. Were the children, possibly on the autism spectrum, nonverbal and vulnerable? Malehia insisted they were talkative, maybe too trusting, easy prey for a stranger. But why hadn't they been taught to stay safe? Others whispered about substances in the home or child protective services stepping in, though no evidence confirmed these claims. The case drew chilling comparisons to Summer Wells, a girl lost in rural Tennessee, and Orrin and Orson West, brothers whose parents claimed they vanished. But Lily and Jack's story stood apart. Two siblings, gone together, with no sightings, no clues. The RCMP's Major Crimes Unit, involved from day one, hinted at something more than a simple accident. Speculation can fuel awareness, but it can also wound. The community urged kindness, pleading for focus on finding the children. The truth is, we don't know what happened. But we do know Lily and Jack need us to keep asking questions without losing sight of their faces. On May 7th, 5 days after Lily and Jack vanished, the RCMP delivered a blow that shattered hope. The active search was scaled back, shifting from rescue to recovery. The forest, the cold, the time. It was too much for two small children to survive. But the RCMP vowed to keep investigating, chasing every lead. For the community, it was agony. Hearts ached for Lily and Jack, for their family, for answers. The Major Crimes Unit pressed on, digging deeper. Somewhere, the truth was waiting, and it was closer than we might think. Lily Sullivan, 6 years old, with her pink rain boots and strawberry backpack. Jack Sullivan, 4 years old, with his blue dinosaur boots and boundless energy. They've been missing since May 2nd, 2025, and their faces haunt us all. If you're in Nova Scotia or anywhere, look for them. Share their flyers. Watch for that backpack, those boots. If you know something, call Pictou County RCMP at 902-485-4333 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-228-477. We don't know if Lily and Jack are lost in the forest, taken, or caught in a deeper mystery. But we do know they need us. Post about them on X. Share this video. Keep their names alive. On Untold Crimes and Affairs, we're committed to following this case, and we need you with us. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's bring these children home, to their family, or to justice. Thank you for caring. Stay until the end of every story, because the next clue could change everything. We'll be back with more. Until then, keep hope alive.